Hello YouTube, today we are going to be talking about Dehancer Pro and the variety of different services that they offer. Dehancer Pro is a film emulation plugin that you can use for your editing software like DaVinci, Premiere Pro. I believe there's a Sony Vegas version now, and they also have their own iOS app, their standalone desktop app, and they've got plugin features for Lightroom as well. So it's a very diverse product. No matter how you create your digital media, they've got something for you. Now with all that being said, I have to give the disclaimer, they are giving me access to the software for free to make this video, but they are not paying me, and they also never asked me to say anything positive about the product, which I actually really like. They want me to be completely honest about how I feel using the software. In exchange for this review, I have access to the product for 3 years. I like using the thing, and it's actually made some of my client work look better. So on screen, you'll see comparisons to how I would grade normally before having access to Dehancer, and then how I would grade my work using Dehancer now. So a lot of these videos, because I know I'm not the only one making videos about them, people will show you the log footage beside their graded Dehancer footage. And I just don't think that that's an accurate way of measuring what this product can do, because no one's posting their log footage anyway. So I'm going to show you, after having purchased or gained access to Dehancer, what kind of a difference will it make on your grade. Now, if you do like some of the footage you see here and you want to give Dehancer a try for yourself, you can use our code spaced out to get 10% off any of their products. So I recommend doing that instead of paying full price. Now, I'm going to go into how Dehancer has changed my workflow and also what kind of use cases I will actually apply it in. At Spaced Out Films, we provide versatile video solutions. So that means we don't really have a niche. We do work in construction, industrial, different types of marketing material, live event coverage, weddings, etc. Some of these types of videos do not require film emulation, and that needs to be hammered home here, is that this is a film emulation plugin, right? So if you're going for that film look that you see all over social media, this is absolutely the best way to achieve it, but I don't think that that is prevalent in every format of videography. So the examples I'm going to be showing you are use cases that would actually exist in my workflow. Recently, I was flown out to Hungary to film a documentary about a scout camp, and to really give it that nostalgic feel and kind of hammer home what it felt like to be at the camp, I'm using Dehancer to grade that project. My construction videos, I would not apply Dehancer. It's called Dehancer for a reason, right? And I think for certain projects, the accuracy of your modern camera and the precision is something that you shouldn't dehance. But for any of my personal travel videos, I just love it. Here are some examples on screen about a video I did in Hanoi, Vietnam, and I filmed this before I had access to Dehancer. Later I got access to it and I figured this would be the first place to try it, and the bloom, halation, and the film grain effect that they give you made the video so much better. Now, the way it looks in Premiere Pro is you find it in your effects tab. I work in Premiere Pro. I'm sure there's tutorials out there for DaVinci, but we'll be going over the Premiere version here. When I first tried using it in Premiere, I would drag the effect onto each individual clip because that's kind of how my workflow looked before. I would first import all of my clips, apply my basic color grade to each one, and then once they were graded and ready to go, I would then cut them into my edit. With Dehancer, I found that taking way longer, having to apply it onto every single thing. So you can just slap it on as an adjustment layer, drag it over your entire project, and kind of get started there. Now, my favorite part about Dehancer is the Rec 709 conversion feature that they have built in. So if your clip is already graded or you didn't film in log, then you can just choose Rec 709 input here on this first step, but they actually have camera codecs built in as presets into the plugin. I shoot on the Sony FX2. I can scroll down and select the FX2 and it will convert my log, my S-Log3 to Rec 709 inside the plugin. You're supposed to be able to do all of your color grading inside of Dehancer. I've only been using the thing for about 2 weeks, so I really haven't gotten comfortable enough to be doing that. I still do all of my actual grading and fixing inside of Lumetri. I just use Dehancer currently as a way to convert the footage and also apply some unique effects. Getting used to doing that conversion on an adjustment layer which is something I could have done before, has sped up my workflow. When I'm doing more creative types of videos like this documentary, having the effects inside of Dehancer to apply are super helpful. Now, when you go into trying to emulate a certain film stock, they have a bunch of film stocks built in as presets. So you can open that tab and scroll down, and they've got Kodak, Ektachrome, all kinds of different film samples for you to use. You can see that despite having presets for all their different features inside the product, you're able to customize all of them to a very precise level. I was surprised even with the halation and bloom just how much you can tweak it to fit your clips. And yeah, like I said, that applies for every feature inside the plugin. So let's go through it. It's kind of like a film lab built into your clip. So you get film profiles, grain, halation, bloom, print options, and a variety of other controls. The coolest looking effect, I think, is the halation and bloom. It just plays with your highlight roll off and gives you that kind of glow around your edges, which to me looks super cool. It's also a very popular effect, and people have been trying to emulate it essentially as long as digital cameras have been around. I appreciate Dehancer because you can do it in a way that is probably the most accurate to what it would actually look like on a film camera. So if you're going for precision, I wouldn't be using these effects, but it's a stylistic choice, and for certain things it creates this environment that really does elevate your footage. And yeah, like I said, that type of precision is what makes this product feel more professional as opposed to just a LUT. You have customization options, and with LUTs, you don't have that. Now this is just my honest opinion after having used the product for 2 weeks and seeing how it could fit into the workflow of a professional videographer. If you want a more in-depth tutorial, there's a lot of other super talented creators on YouTube who've given you in-depth, specific tutorials on how to use this product. So if you kind of liked what you saw here and how I applied it to my work, make sure to check out some of those tutorials, look at how other creators are dialing in those details that I talked about in this video, and it'll give you a much better understanding of how to use the product. Once you get used to using it in your workflow, I find myself using it for conversions, even if I'm not using any of the film emulation features. So all in all, I'm super excited that I've been able to gain access to this product, and as Spaced Out grows as a videography service in Calgary, myself and the team are planning to put out so much more content on the YouTube channel. So if you want interesting looks into professional videography, you should consider subscribing to this channel, as there will be more content on the way in the future. I appreciate you watching this. Take care.